last week, Indonesia hosted the annual Miss Universe beauty pageant. While there was a lot of glitz and glamour, the participants have now revealed the event's ugly side. 6 finalists have alleged that they were sexually abused by the organizers. 6 finalists. The details are disturbing, to say the least. 2 days before the final event, the contestants were allegedly asked to take off their tops. Why? Because the organizers wanted to conduct body checks. Not only were the contestants asked to strip, they were also photographed topless in a room full of over 20 people, including men. One participant, in fact, said she had been asked to pose inappropriately. She was told to open her legs. First of all, what was the meaning of these body checks? What purpose did they serve? They seem pretty uncalled for. Secondly, why were the contestants put through this humiliation in the first place? What explains photographing them in a way that is clearly uncomfortable and violating? Let me now just read out some of the contestants' testimonies for you. I'm quoting, "I felt like I was being peeked on. I was very confused and uncomfortable. I feel that my rights have been violated. It has affected me mentally. I have had trouble sleeping." That's what another contestant said. So what do the organizers have to say about all this? Director Poppy Capella shared this statement via Instagram. "We at Miss Universe Indonesia are closely monitoring the situation." The global Miss Universe organization also said it was looking into the matter. The statement read, and I'm quoting, "Miss Universe takes allegations of sexual abuse and impropriety extremely seriously. Providing a safe place for women is the Miss Universe organization's utmost priority." Now, isn't that what the organizers usually do? Respond when the deed is already done? Launch investigations? Promise solutions? What about the contestants' basic safety to begin with? How is it justified to humiliate them in the name of a competition? It was uncalled for, but it isn't uncommon. For a good 2 decades, former US President Donald Trump owned the Miss Universe organization, and his reputation speaks for itself. The former American president, in fact, has a long history of sexual assault accusations and predatory remarks about women. From walking into a teen dressing room to joking about his obligation to sleep with contestants, Donald Trump is a storied pageant creep. I'm not the one who's saying that. Mr. Trump has bragged about his deeds himself. In 2005, on the Howard Stern radio show, Trump said that as the owner of the pageant, he was allowed to stroll in backstage whenever he felt like it. He said, and I'm quoting now, "You know, no men are anywhere, and I'm allowed to go in because I am the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. Is everyone okay? You know, they are standing there with no clothes, and you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that," quote unquote. It's painful even to read that. What was he even thinking while making those statements? The first Miss Universe crowned on Trump's watch was Miss Venezuela, Alicia Mercado. Mercado remembers him calling her Miss Piggy because she had gained weight. She also hurled racial slurs at her. He also hurled racial slurs at her because she is Latina. Years after years, Trump's comments kept becoming more problematic. In 2010, Donald Trump boasted on television that when he bought Miss USA, he made the heels higher and the bathing suits smaller. The painful commentary finally came to an end in the year 2015. Trump kicked off his election campaign with racist comments against Mexicans. One by one, the pageant's hosts, judges, sponsors, broadcasters started pulling out, and Donald Trump was forced to sell off the pageant to WME. Yes, now there wasn't a political figure outright harassing contestants, but were they treated any better is the question. No. the abuse seems to have continued. Just last year, the vice president of Miss USA, Max Sibrex, was quietly asked to step down. Sibrex had sent sexually explicit messages to multiple contestants. Screenshots of the problematic texts circulated in multiple reports. He in fact also sent out a graphic video as per reports in which he was seen pleasuring himself. At least 4 contestants received sexual advances from Sibrex in the year 2021. And now what has happened in Indonesia is right in front of you. How long before this comes to an end? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.